Hi, I'm Amanda.
And I'm Kinyu, and welcome back to Truffle Thoughts.
So we've all been guilty of reading our horoscope at least once in our life, but we don't really know how horoscopes came about or the entire zodiac thing and all that. So that's what we're gonna find out today.
Let's hope it doesn't rain.
Well, maybe our stars will align. For thousands of years, humans have been looking up at the stars for all sorts of guidance. Egyptian farmers used the rising star of Sirius, the dog star, to predict the impending annual flooding of the Nile. Travelers used the North Star as a compass while navigating their travels. And today, we use horoscopes to predict our love lives. Sounds like a very unnecessary thing to do. Like, it's not practical at all.
Yeah.
People are using it for very practical reasons.
No.
We are not. The study of stars can be related to both astronomy and astrology. So the two groups both believe that stars are able to predict future events, but for two different ways. One way, astronomy believes that the stars can be used to predict scientific events such as like the emergence of planets, eclipses, alignment of galaxies or whatever, anything like that. When it comes to astrology, they believe that it can predict the future lives or destinies of real life people. And there's not really supposedly much scientific research behind it.
I see. So basically, astronomy predicted floods, while astrology predicted our love lives.
Yeah. I know I told you that I wouldn't talk too much about the history, but I found this really good article by Modern Med that summarizes how astrology actually came about. Mesopotamia was the first to start observing the movement of the planets and stars. Then the Babylonians created the first zodiac wheel, and Hellenistic Egypt scholars created horoscopic astrology by merging Babylonian astrology with the Egyptian tradition of decanic zodiac. Then in ancient Greece and Rome, a priest from Babylon moved to Greece to teach astrology and Babylonian culture to the Greeks, and the Greeks brought astrological theory to Rome. Astrology became more normalized around the Middle Ages, where India and China developed their own versions of the zodiac, while the West favored the Greek version, which we all typically use now. We are both old enough to have read our horoscope in newspapers.
Yeah.
But do you know how the first newspaper horoscope actually came about? The first newspaper horoscope column was actually widely accredited to R.H. Naylor, a British astrologer from Britain in the 20th century. Britain's Sunday Express newspaper asked Naylor to write a horoscope for that recently born Princess Margaret, and he told people in the column that her life would be eventful. Very detailed.
It's very so descriptive. Totally applies to anyone or everyone.
Yeah, I'm sure all our lives are eventful.
Yeah.
Anyway, since then, the newspaper columns for horoscopes became very popular, and the newspaper actually asked him to come back. And from there, that was when it became a more widespread phenomenon of all newspapers having horoscopes.
Also, it started with Princess Margaret.
Yeah. Aside from Princess Margaret's very eventful life, he also predicted that a British aircraft would suddenly be in danger, which apparently it happened.
I see. Okay, but please stop. Enough history.
Okay, fine, I'm done.
Okay. So let's quickly get into the basics of astrology. There are 4 elements: water, air, fire, and earth. And for each element, there are 3 zodiac signs associated with it. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius are fire signs and are characterized as ambitious, passionate, and are the life of the party with a charming personality. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorns are earth signs that are described as practical and grounded, and are people who are the most dependable and reliable. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius are air signs who are curious, intellectual, and are masters of communication and love exploring new ideas. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces are water signs, are intuitive, emotional, and a bit mysterious, and have the ability to easily pick up on people's emotions. But sometimes we feel like we don't relate to our zodiac sign, but that's because our sun sign, which is dependent on your date of birth, does not fully make up your whole personality, as there are other signs that determines your character in a way. And the 3 main placements are sun sign, moon sign, and rising sign. The sun sign is the sign dependent on your date of birth, and it forms your basic core identity and personality. The sun sign indicates what motivates us, and it determines how we express ourselves. Our sun sign also helps us to understand how we recharge our energy. Your moon sign represents who you are when you're alone. It's how you view yourself, your inner self, and how you process and communicate your emotions. So knowing your moon sign helps you to understand how you react in emotional situations. Rising sign is the first impression you show to people and how you project yourself to the world. It's your outward personality, so it's how others see you.
Okay, now that we know all the basics, thanks for that.
I'm sure we all know, but anyways.
It's like me talking about history. Like, we didn't need this lesson, but I guess we got it anyway.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Capricorn.
Yes, let's be narcissistic and talk about ourselves for the next few minutes.
So we're both Capricorns.
Yeah.
If you can't tell by how excited we are about this section.
Yes.
So what we're going to do is we're going to read some of the traits that we found online. I have my phone here to read the traits. And what we're going to do is to discuss whether it's actually applicable. Like, do we really agree with these traits?
Okay, let's start.
So the reason why I chose this article by Cosmo is because I like the way that they structure the article to show how the strengths of Capricorns are also our weakness. So the first one is ambitious slash workaholic. Ambitious slash workaholic.
I felt like I was more ambitious when I started my career. Yeah, I was quite workaholic when I started out.
I think we both were, because like, you know, I think most people when you first start working, and at the time when we started working, it was a pandemic, right?
Yeah, so there's nothing else to do except work. So I feel like we were quite workaholic. But now I feel like there's a balance.
There's a pretty good balance. Like, we both value work-life balance a lot better now. Okay, the next trait is persistent but also relentless.
It can also be read as stubborn. I think we're both quite stubborn.
Surprisingly, we haven't argued that much, although we're both stubborn.
Whenever we have I guess conflict or differences, right? We'll be like, we'll take on the corporate voice and we act all professional.
Yeah, there was this one time we got into a very heated discussion about something in front of our client. Our client looking at us being like, oh, okay, girls, it's fine.
It's fine, it's
like,
not a
even
big deal.
our client was okay.
Yeah, our class was okay, but we were like, no, we need to get it right. We need to get it right.
So the next one is realistic, also known as pessimistic.
I guess we're quite realist, and also I guess pessimistic in a way true, because we get worried about things.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I tend to see the worst case scenario in everything.
I think I get anxious over like everything that could go wrong in a way.
Next one is sensitive or touchy.
Depends on what kind of topic we're talking about, then I can get a bit sensitive.
Yeah, I agree. I'm the same. But would you say that you're sensitive to people's opinions of you?
Kinda. I get a bit sensitive if someone were to say something that I feel is not true, and I'm like, no, it's not true.
I feel that way too, but I'm quite good at hiding it. Like, you probably know that I'm someone who, like, if someone criticizes me, I'll be like, okay.
Yeah.
I try to have that, like, nonchalant vibe, but internally
I'm not too sure whether my face is nonchalant, because sometimes if someone were to say something, I'll be like, I feel like I'll go with the puppy eyes, like, oh, no.
The last one is disciplined or uptight. I'm more disciplined than you.
No, for sure, for sure. She gets stuff done way faster than I do, way faster.
We both joined the company at the same time, but I joined as an intern. And I remember you told me later on, like a few months into knowing me, that like you were, what was the word you used? That you felt that like, wow, I did work very fast. And
Yeah. Because like we had this task, and then we were assigned the same task. But I remember you finished it in like the afternoon. And I had to work on the weekends to finish it. I was like, damn, this girl is fast. The competition is high.
Yeah, but at one point we were competitors, I would say. Like,
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like someone who I love trackers. So we have a tracker for like a spreadsheet for our podcast stuff, and I'm always telling, can you remember to update the tracker? And then I'll be putting like color coding for specific things, like, oh, social is blue or something.
Yeah, and then she'll remind me like, oh, thumbnail is due next week. This is due next week. And then she'll do all the timelines and trackers, call sheet, and I'm like, oh my god.
But then again, I feel that you can be disciplined too. Like, there's this one specific task you're in charge of in our previous job where like you were constantly doing that back to me.
Oh
Tell me,
yeah.
like, remember to update this. Like, guys, you use that tone like, hi guys, remember to update it like this, yeah.
Like that
Like,
passive
holding
aggressive
it in,
tone.
trying
Like,
to hold it in.
and I remember I was very like particular. I'd be
Yeah.
like, please leave a comment every time you make a change, or please color code it accordingly.
So actually we are the same. Maybe I'm not more disciplined than you.
No, I think you are. You're definitely more disciplined. I'm just disciplined in particular things.
We mentioned earlier we both value work-life balance a lot.
Yeah.
So I think ever since we started to value life a bit more, I felt like, maybe there's less discipline, but it's not really a bad thing.
No, it's not really a bad thing, I guess. We still get the stuff done, so
Yeah.
it's okay.
Another thing that people tend to look into a lot is whether they're compatible with a different zodiac sign.
Uh-huh.
So I found this article from Allure that says who Capricorns should avoid and who they can vibe with. Who should Capricorns avoid? Capricorns can connect with all zodiac signs. The only condition, however, is that they don't stand in the sea goat's way. Because Capricorn doesn't have time for petty games, this sign values honesty and transparency.
Ooh, yeah, we don't have time for petty games. Like, be real.
Yeah, we are what you see is what you get. We don't have time for your political games, work politics or whatever.
Yeah, like for example, you just go hello. And I'm like, yes, hello, what? What do you want? Can you say hello and tell me what do you want?
Yeah, I'm someone who like if I don't like someone, they know I don't like them because you can tell by my face.
Yeah, actually so true. My friends are like, cause you know, whenever I don't like a person, they'll be like, hey, you don't like this person, is it? I'm like, huh?
Like, how do you know?
Yeah, I'm like, how do you know? And they're like, so obvious your face. I'm like, oh my god.
Who's the best match for Capricorn? Romantically speaking, Capricorns are seeking an anchor. These loyal lovers are busy, so they appreciate loyalty, consistency, and steadfast commitment.
I think it applies to everybody where like you still want to have your own individual personality. Yeah, you don't want your relationship to take over your whole personality. You guys still want to have your own ambitions and stuff. So I guess it's true in a way that I want to have my own time and space, but then you know we come together as one, I guess.
I don't think everybody is like that.
No?
I've met a lot of people who have like their identity is their relationship. Like they don't have a separate identity. But if I were in a relationship, which I'm not,
Wing wing.
I'm someone who really values my independence. I don't like people telling me what to do, that I need to stop my career for them. Like that is probably the biggest red flag for me ever.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm someone who likes to keep busy. I don't want my whole life to just revolve around you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's this joke that she always say, I'm like, Amanda, are you free? And then she'll say,
I'm expensive.
I'm like, oh my god, no, stop. So now we're gonna watch like a few Capricorn videos on TikTok and then we'll see whether we relate to them.
Wait, so the video was saying that like, we're very passive aggressive.
Yeah, passive aggressive.
And then we are like, jealous of you, please.
Yeah, like please we're not. Inside we're crying inside, but actually on the outside we're just like, please we're not. In a way it's me also, but I guess less.
I think I'm more aggressive.
Like when we're jealous, we're just like, no I'm not. And then we'll just...
Yeah, it's like I'm a fake it till you make it kind of thing. Like, jealous of you? Why? I don't think I'm someone who hides my emotions from people.
Really?
Yeah.
I used to. Like if I like someone, I would be very mean to them. I'll give them the cold shoulder. Yeah, you're like shocked. Yeah, I used to do it. So like I liked a guy back in secondary school. He got with another girl. But after that I learned. Because I talked to my mom about it, and my mom was like, Can you gotta show, you know, people can't read your expression, you can't just give them the cold shoulder. They'll just assume that you don't like them. So now I'm not.
It's pretty clear when I like a person. So I think I used to do that to a certain extent where like I'm trying to tell myself don't be too excited when you see them, right? But like I still like if I'm interested in you, you would know.
Capricorn, I just want you to know that all of the money and success in the world isn't gonna fix that hole in your heart.
Like the saying goes, it's better to cry in a big mansion.
Swimming in a pool of money.
Yeah, exactly. It's better to be sad in a big mansion rather than be sad in nothing.
I think I make this face a lot.
Yes! Oh my god! Yeah, it's so intimidating. Sometimes like, you know, we're working and then like you look into my soul and I'm like, what's going on?
I've been told that I cancel plans quite often.
Actually, me too. I always say I'm busy, but I'm not busy.
Actually, sometimes I'm generally busy because I think like people define busy differently.
That's true.
Sometimes I'm just busy trying to take care of myself.
Yeah, I'm busy doing nothing, so that's why I cancel plans.
Because sometimes you do nothing to, you know,
recharge.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
The world can get very noisy sometimes.
Yes. I think I'm a bit more materialistic than you are. Like,
Yeah.
you know, for sure. Like, I like to buy clothes. I like to buy skincare, especially. I collect skincare a lot.
Well, I'm a material girl, but selectively.
Oh, okay.
Like nail polish, I buy a lot of nail polish. You know, I have a very extensive collection.
I think I overthink less. I'm not much of an overthinker.
I overthink a lot, especially at night,
Oh.
instead of sleeping.
Oh, the dreamless.
Although we are both Capricorns, we are pretty different in a lot of ways.
Yeah, we are.
And astrology defines this by referring to the placements on your birth chart that you talked about earlier.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna tell you guys what our birth placements are in case you guys do some like black magic on us. No. We're just gonna go through like the differences between January and December Capricorn.
I found these two articles by Bustle as well as the list. For December Capricorns, they supposedly have the stereotypical Capricorn strengths and weaknesses like being diligent, hardworking, serious, and structured. And these kind of traits show more readily in December Capricorns, the old souls.
I really agree with the old soul. I feel like you have more of an old soul. Like you are the therapist of the group. She's the person you go to whenever you need advice.
I think the first sentence saying that December Capricorns are more stereotypically Capricorn is a bit true. So one of our common friends actually said that the reason why I'm colder than her is because December is winter and January is like maybe the end of winter.
Oh, really?
So yeah, so it's like that's why I have a colder personality and King is sunnier. For January Capricorns are more outgoing and open to new relationships. They are more detail oriented, more laid back, logical, and have the ability to see from different perspectives.
Yeah, I'm definitely more outgoing and extroverted. I'm an introvert, but I'm like more extroverted than you are. But I am not detail oriented.
You are. We talked about this already.
No. Okay, but like in terms of like degree, you are definitely way more detail oriented than I am. That should have been under December Capricorn, because you're definitely way more detail oriented than I am. Yes. No.
I guess so, yeah. Like I'm more particular. I mean, we talk about it. I'm more particular about color coding, things
Trackers
like that.
and
Trackers.
stuff.
I love having trackers.
Yes.
Like we have an inside joke that like every time I add a new tab to the tracker to track something, it's like, oh, another tab.
Yeah, it's like our Excel is like never ending.
So we talked earlier about the invention of the newspaper horoscope. So we thought it would be fun if we actually read our daily horoscope as of today. The time that we're filming is 20th May. So now you can count backwards to how early we film our podcast. So this website, horoscope.com, says, think about tolerance, Capricorn, and notice to what extent it can liberate you. If you let others do and think what they like, you will find that you grant yourself this same right. This is the issue of the day for you. It's when you don't allow cultural norms to ruffle your feathers that you can liberate yourself. I don't understand.
I don't understand. What do you mean by ruffle our feathers for cultural norms? I don't understand. And then liberating us?
I guess what I understand from this is it's saying that we should let people live however they want to live, and then we should also live however we want to live.
That is such a generic statement to make to every sign.
Yeah.
Now we're just gonna watch like a few TikTok clips and then we'll just see which kind of like aesthetic or persona fits the other person. So if you're a color, I'll definitely choose maroon.
Why?
Because you are so, I mean, you're mysterious but sensual, but at the same time
Sensual.
bold. In a way, I don't know, I feel like,
Is it because you were saying I flirt with everyone?
yes, I guess so, because you're such like a flirter.
Am I flirted with you?
Mm-hmm.
That's only for us to know.
Yes, for us to know. But yeah, so maroon, because you're very daring and you're bold and you know what you want. And you know, red is such a statement color. It's like you only wear red when you are bold enough and you know what you want. So that's you.
I'm not wearing red today, so
You're
I don't know
wearing
what.
lipstick.
Oh yeah, I'm wearing red
Yeah,
lipstick. I forgot.
exactly.
The color I chose for you is chocolate fondant.
Okay.
Apparently it's like in the Pantone color, something. I have that screenshot somewhere.
Mhm.
So the reason why I chose this color for you is because like when I think of you, I think of like you're very like a warm person, and when I think of warm, I think of chocolate because you also like chocolate a lot.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, you like chocolate a lot, and I think that when you wear the color brown, it really suits you.
Oh, okay. So this is the view I chose for you, which is like a waterfall. Cause like, it feels like, you know, whenever you're stressed in life, you go to a waterfall to de-stress, to hear the calming sounds, and the waterfall is always there. And that's what you are. You know, you're always there. And like people go to you to get reassurance.
That's like the best description anyone has ever said of me.
The thing about waterfall is that yes, it's always there, but it always changes. Like the rock formation changes, so your advices always change depending on the person, because you can't give the same advice to the same person. It differs, so that's why I picked the waterfall for you.
So this is the view I chose for you. I don't know, I just feel like it really suits your aesthetic because like when I think of you, I think of like someone who's just like very carefree and like sitting on the grass reading a book.
Oh, that's true.
I don't have a very deep explanation for you compared to what you had for me for the view, but when I saw that, I just felt that it fitted you somehow, like very cottagecore, like open field reading a book vibes.
If you were a Taylor Swift song, you're on your own kid. Yeah.
Ouch. You're telling me I'm going to be alone forever?
No, it's not because like, I mean, besides the fact that you're the only child, I feel like it's because every time when there's a challenge, you solve it yourself. You know, like you never. Maybe it's just you, not wanting to burden someone with your problems, but you always solve your problem yourself. You never burden anyone with your problems. So I feel like you always, in a way, you're always on your own because you just take it upon yourself to solve it. Yeah, and you manage to. I mean, like you manage to shine every time.
So the song I chose for you is Willow by Taylor Swift. Oh, we forgot to say that we are both choosing Taylor Swift songs for each other because we are Swifties.
Yes,
Yes,
we
you
know all
agree.
her songs.
But yeah, I chose Willow for you because I know you really like the Evermore
Yes, yeah,
album.
the
Like
album.
Evermore and Folklore are like your top albums probably from Taylor
Yeah,
Swift.
yeah.
I guess it's like a similar reason to The View. Like you have that cottagecore, like warm vibes.
Okay, I don't know what this flower is, but I like the aesthetic of it. I feel like the aesthetic suits you because you're a bit more mysterious, but there's this like bright side of you, you know, that neon side, that bright side that shines sometimes. So I feel like the aesthetic suits you.
There is. So I chose the pink rose for you because I actually don't know much about flowers
Me too.
either. But apparently pink roses mean like gratitude and admiration, and there's like a type of flower that you would give to your friend because apparently there are different seasons to give different flowers.
Oh, okay,
I don't understand, but like
I don't understand.
but apparently pink roses also represent like femininity and elegance, and I would say that between the two of us, you're more feminine than me. Like you have that more like feminine energy than
Yeah.
I do, so I think that it really suits you. Plus the aesthetic, like I feel like you can pull off the color of pink rose. Yeah,
If you're a food, I think you'll be a buffet.
that's not food. That's a lot of food.
I can't think of any food. But that's because you love a lot of food. You love a lot of food, and if you think about it, if you want to go deeper, you got a lot of character to yourself. You know, one day you can try the Korean side of Amanda, and the other day you can try the Western side of Amanda. But yeah, you're a buffet of personality.
So I chose a chocolate cake.
Obviously.
I mean, we already established you like chocolate.
Yeah.
Also, chocolate makes me think of warmth, and that you're a very warm person compared to me. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
chocolate for sure. So if you were an animal, I'll choose phoenix.
Well, you know, Phoenix is actually like the meaning of my Chinese name is actually Phoenix.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. See. Yeah, because you just keep related to the "You're on Your Own" hit song. You just keep rising, and you're just a very strong, independent woman. Yeah. So I'll choose phoenix for you.
And so I chose this specific picture of a cat. I don't really know much about cat personas, but I think there's a lot about that on TikTok. But anyway, this cat just looks like very innocent, but underneath a troublemaker. So and the reason why I say that is because like it looks like very innocent with like the big eyes and stuff, but it's sitting on a stack of books. It looks like it can do a lot of damage.
Yeah, mischievous.
Yeah, so I think that for you, like you have this like very like cottagecore, very feminine vibe of you, but you're actually very ruthless in a lot of ways, like very ambitious. So there's like a part of you that a lot of people don't see.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. If you were a Disney princess, it would be Megara. Is it
From
Megara?
Hercules?
Yes, Megara.
That's a huge compliment.
Okay, one, because her vibes in the video suits you. Like I said, you're very mysterious. You're a very mysterious girl, and Megara is so mysterious.
The Disney movie at least, not the actual
Yeah.
mythology.
In a way, Hercules had to earn her trust and stuff. You know, it's not like where she instantly fell in love with Hercules. Hercules had to like prove himself. So I feel like it relates to you. You know, you don't just take a man on the surface level. You know, you need to know them, and they need to gain your trust.
And I think that you suit the Ariel personality.
Really? Okay, I love Ariel. She was my second favorite Disney princess after Mulan.
Oh, Mulan's my favorite.
Oh, Mulan's
Who doesn't love Mulan?
I know, strong girl.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the reason why Ariel suits you is because like Ariel has that sense of exploration. Like she's not satisfied just staying in her comfort zone or something. And I feel like you're a person because like you're very ambitious. You're someone who's not afraid to try things. Like the idea of the podcast, it was brought up by you. You know, so that I feel like you're someone who can really think outside the box and not be satisfied with just staying in the same place or in your comfort zone. Yeah.
Part of your world.
Let's be honest, right? Neither of us 100% believe in horoscopes or zodiacs.
No, it's just really fun to read and like just kind of like motivates us sometimes.
Yeah, but there's apparently like a psychology behind why a lot of people believe in horoscopes called the Barnum Effect. So the Barnum Effect is when you believe in the power behind a generic statement that was given, that it applies to your life. And according to Nest Labs, the Barnum Effect feeds on our need for approval by using mostly positive statements sprinkled with a few negative ones for credibility.
This statement feels like it's calling us out a little.
Yeah, maybe they are, but I mean, there's no harm in believing it even a little bit because, like you say, it's very motivational, right? And at the same time, it's like, oh, we see a lot on TikTok of like manifestations, tarot card readers. Like maybe we just need a little pick me up once in a while.
Yeah, I guess belief in what you want to believe to help you motivate
Yeah.
yourself. For me, I don't like it when people stereotype us based on our zodiac signs. I mean, I know it's a good way to gauge a person's personality and to gauge whether this relationship will work out. And I'm like pretty cool if you believe in them. It's just like, don't enforce it on us. It's like some people will be like, no, you're a Capricorn, therefore you're cold, you're ambitious, you don't care about other people. Like, come on, give me the benefit of the doubt, get to know me before you actually judge me.
Yeah, and a lot of people who I meet, I'll be like, oh, I'm a Capricorn. Then they're like, oh yeah, like they'll be nodding and say, yeah, that really suits you. And I'm like, you don't even know me.
Yeah, like what do you mean that suits us?
Yeah.
So yeah, just don't enforce it. So today we talk about astrology and how accurate our Capricorn sign relates to us.
Or, just let people believe what they want to believe.
Yes.
I think there's no harm in believing in it if you want to. Don't enforce it on people, then you're fine. And that's all for today's episode.
Follow us on Spotify or subscribe to our YouTube channel, Truffle Thoughts, where we will see you every 2 weeks.
We're also on TikTok and Instagram at Truffle Thoughts.
Thanks for watching or listening to our video, and we'll see you guys next time.
Come for the truffle, stay for the thoughts.
Bye!